we have, of course, Imo great Jonathan joining us this morning to share his views on these issues. Good morning, Mr. Jonathan. Welcome to Breakfast Central.
Thank you. Good morning to our viewers, and my pleasure to be here.
All right. Kindly go ahead. I was saying that it's a show of shame that occurred yesterday. With the arrest of Julius Abure. And of course, there have been many reactions, including from Peter Obi. But let's get your reaction to this. The police has released a statement saying that he was arrested for, attempted murder, possession of firearms, many things. Do all these things fall in line with what you saw yesterday?
Well, we live in a country where we play a lot of politics. And we're literally not sensitive to the issues of the moment. I know that no Nigerian is above the law, be it Julius Abure, be it any other citizen. If any crime has been committed by Julius Abure, I will always be in support that he be arrested, he be questioned. If he has been petitioned according to the police, there is a petition against his person and alleging this kind of crime, that is attempted murder, he deserves to answer to it anyway. But what is surprising is that if he has been petitioned, there has not been news. There haven't been petitioned. He has been invited by the police to answer to the petition, because it is not a case where somebody was caught on the scene of crime, committing any crime, but it's a case of an allegation. It's a petition. I've related with petitions over and over. In fact, in the city of Abuja, in about 2015 or 2017 or thereabout 16, our office was petitioned by a high-profile person who worked in the presidency, and I was in Lagos. When I returned to Abuja, we decided to answer, and particularly we were invited to the Inspector General of Police Office. That was during the time of Solomon Arashe. We went there with our lawyers. We responded to the issues, and that is the nature of petition. That somebody has been petitioned, not that the person was caught at the scene of crime, but now there is something that marvels me. What makes this arrest very suspicious is that why the police are alleging that he has been petitioned. The police spokesman in Edo State, Tijani, used a particular language where he said the factional chairman of Labour Party. This is worrisome statement coming from the Nigerian police that knows that there is one party chairman recognized by the INEC, by every court of competent jurisdiction in Nigeria. For police to come on the national television to describe the Labour Party chairman is very, very intriguing. That is number one. Number two, that there has been allegations against him. Is there on record? Is it on record? He has been invited, that he has been called upon by the police prior to this moment in Edo to come answer to the allegations in a petition according to the police. Then the manner of arrest is tantamount to an ambush. Tantamount to an ambush. Number one, having first described him as a factional party chairman. Number two, having said that it's a petition. Number three, having said that he was arrested because he was in possession of firearms and all the rest. There are three issues that need to be queried, and I think Nigerians need to be intelligent enough. But we must be careful. Having understood where we are coming from, the 2023 general election has exposed the weakness of people in government and their inability to absorb opposition and to allow democracy to thrive in Nigeria. These are the issues that are challenging for me. Not that Abure cannot be petitioned, not that Abure cannot be arrested, not that Abure cannot be charged, even concerning any other thing. The party has so many other issues that Abure has been involved in, but we know that the outcome of 2023 presidential election was literally kind of he shook the political establishment in Nigeria. And this Abure has been the pattern of Labour long before this time. Labour Party have existed long before this time, but because the generality of Nigerians chose it as a platform to challenge the political establishment, hence I am not surprised that some political attempts are being made to kill the dream of Nigerian young people, not the Abure, because he's simply, sitting on the symbol, or leading the symbol for which the Nigerian youth have chosen to use to challenge the political establishment in Nigeria. Hence, I'm suspicious of this arrest because it is a petition. Under the law, he has a right to respond to the petition, and there is no evidence anywhere that he has been informed by police that there is a petition against him. And the petition in question is a serious issue in question, attempted murder. And there is no evidence that he has refused to respond to it. And then for police spokesperson Tijani in Edo State to address him as a factional party chairman speaks volume. And hence, arresting will sort of...
Yeah, Mr. Jonathan, if you can hear us, I also want to ask, it's the arrest is not just out of the blues. If you remember, in the last couple of weeks, there have also been corruption allegations, brought against Julius Abure by, other members of the party. I remember, I think Eradiru Dengs also, I think also hinted on something similar. What do you interpret all these things as? Do you think, that this has also put a dent on the image of Julius Abure prior to the events of yesterday? And how do you think this would affect the image of the party from other Nigerians who maybe had supported the party in the past?
Okay. There is... when we went to school, we were taught quantitative and qualitative reasoning. It is only an unintelligent mind who takes things from the literary point of view. When you look at things going on in Nigeria, you need to dissect them properly for it to make sense. And now, we have a case that you have mentioned prior to this one, which is different. The facts of these cases are different. There have been a case of the other group. There has been a case of the candidates that are also accusing him. There have been a case of the what they call them, the treasurer to the party. There are so many cases coming up against Abure. Now the challenge is not to say that Abure does not have a case to answer. No, Abure must have a case to answer. But what is intriguing is for us to have the background knowledge to this point. Prior to 2023, Labour Party had existed, and Abure was its chairman. There were no factional dragging, there were no treasurer accusing, and even the challenge is that in the political party affairs in Nigeria, we know how these things are run. Where there is a problem, you write the party, there are party structures. Like in every other party, there are party mechanisms for resolving this. You see somebody going on television, going to the police, going to the court, without exhausting the mechanisms within the party, including the National Working Committee and the National Executive Council of the party, without exhausting these processes of party mechanism to resolving these issues. When you see people jumping right, please, something is ominous. That is number one. That is not to say Abure has not a case to answer. But also note that prior to this time, nobody talked about Abure. And if you see Abure as the objective matter, then you mix up.
Mr. Immigrant Jonathan, sorry, we'd have to interject at this point because we've come to the end of the show. We have run out of time. But thank you for joining us on the show and sharing your thoughts. I would definitely love to have you back again at a later time.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right. As we come to the end of the show, it's important that we share with you what's happening later today. But before we do, we have a very special shout out from one of us here. Her name is Amazing, and she'd like to give a special shout out to her father, and it's his birthday today. So from all of us here, we want to say happy birthday to Dr. Joe Otukwe from his wonderful daughter, Amazing, who has been amazing to us on this set here.
Happy birthday, Amazing's daddy.
Yes, happy birthday, sir. Now let's share with you what's happening later today.
Many more happy years.
Yes, many years, many years. Let's share with you what's happening today, later today on News Central.
Yes, of course, Jasiri comes up at 10 a.m.
And away from Jasiri, that's of course the best show with the biggest women and men around the continent sharing big stories. All right, we've come to the end of today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again same time tomorrow. It's a very rainy Thursday here, so please be safe. There's going to be lots of flooding. If you don't have to go out, sit down in your house by all means. We'll see you again tomorrow. I am Olive Emodi.
And I am Osaugi Ogbawa.
Have a good day.